Welcome to Camp Higher Ground out in West Harrison, Indiana, where the Bearcats reported last night. And this afternoon, day number 1 finally in the books for the University of Cincinnati and head coach Tommy Tuberville. I'm Tom Gelehrter, and we'll keep you up to speed throughout training camp 2014. Coach, the first practice in the books. What are your first impressions?
Well, the first thing, I got my wish. It was real hot.
Yeah.
And it was a hot day, and we had some guys that didn't make it all the way through practice. We just needed to find out where they were at it, but it's hard to duplicate some of the heat we're going to play in that first month. So we need some hot practices. Of course, they're always going to respond the first day. Guys are energetic and fired up, but you don't wear pads, and so there's no contact, and you just keep your fingers crossed that you don't get somebody falling into somebody, hurting the shoulder or whatever. But we'll have one more day in shorts. But we looked at all phases today: kicking game, punting, kickoffs. Looked at our running game with our offense and our protections with some blitzes from the defense. It was a good day. We threw a lot at them, and we had at least 30 new guys that's not been out of practice here with us other than just summer conditioning. Totally new for them, eyes wide open. But, I'm always wondering, hey, we want to throw them in early, let them know what it's about, get them on film so they can start understanding a little bit about the tempo that they have to play on this level.
For those 30 new guys, some of them are completely new, freshmen to your program that have been around for the past few months. Some of them are junior college transfers. Some are Division I transfers, a whole different mix. But as a group, did you see some of them kind of grasp at least a little bit of as you went along today?
Yeah, because we're not doing a whole lot. It's pretty basic the first couple of days. We just try to get in base defense and base offensive formations and running and passing plays. But it's still when you go in a short period of time and go fast, then they have to think a lot quicker than they did on the level that they just came from, whether it was a junior college or whether it was from high school. So as I just told them, as we brought them all up at the end, they pushed themselves hard, they made it through it, but that's only half of it. Now they go eat dinner, take a shower, clean up, get refreshed, and then they go watch everything that we did in practice. And that's where you make as much progress as you do out on the practice field. You got to learn from other people's mistakes or other people's strengths and then the mistakes that you made from your position. So, a lot of these guys will be interested and don't really understand how much film that they will watch while they're here at UC.
7.5 months ago when we walked off the field at the Belk Bowl, you told me special teams was not very good. That wasn't a surprise to anybody, but that has been a concentration of yours ever since then, and certainly was today as you dove right in with punt to start today's practice.
Yeah, punt, kickoffs, and then field goals. And, we're going to have some competition, at the punting game, at the field goal game. We've just got to have some consistency. Last year we were not very good. Punts or kickoffs or coverage teams, and we've got to get it all glued together. That's a huge part of your football team, and we're going to only be as good because we're going to have a good football team on offense and defense. But if you put an average kicking game with it, it brings everything down. So we've got to really concentrate on it.
You told me last week that Munchie the Go would be out there. He was. I don't know if people in early September would have ever thought that would be possible 11 months later, but he was out there today with the twos, Gunner with the ones. Your quarterbacks as a whole, how did they play?
Well, they looked all right. They're a little anxious, and we're going to give them all reps. Jared Evans, the junior college kid that was here with us in the spring, we'll have him out, and he went through some today. Hayden Moore, Luke Wright, a young walk-on. You got to give them all reps and just see what they can do. It's just very important that, number one, we give everybody reps. Number two, we rest everybody. We don't just burn one guy up. And so it's good to have Munchie out there. And that'll make everybody feel better. But, again, he's still a ways away from playing.
Well, certainly good to have the Bearcats back practicing football as they get ready for their season opener a month from tomorrow, September 12th. One practice in the books, and Coach will see you out here again tomorrow as we continue our coverage.
Another fireside chat with Tommy G and Tommy T.
Absolutely. No question about that. That is head coach Tommy Tuberville. I am Tom Gelehrter here at Camp Higher Ground, where we will continue our coverage all week long right here on Bearcats TV.